What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
As I stepped into the grand lobby of Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt, I couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and wonder. The opulent chandeliers, the lavish furnishings, and the promise of a luxurious getaway all seemed to whisper sweet nothings in my ear. But, little did I know, my expectations would soon be shattered like fragile crystal on a cold winter's night. The rooms, oh the rooms. They looked nothing like the pictures. In reality, they were old, faded, and worn out, like a favorite childhood blanket that's been passed down one too many times. The drab colors, the outdated decor, and the faint smell of mildew all conspired against me, making me feel like I'd been duped, like a naive little girl who'd been promised the world but delivered nothing but dust and ashes. And then, there was the staff. Oh, the staff. They were as helpful as a rubber nail, as attentive as a distracted toddler, and as friendly as a cornered cat. The tall manager, with his condescending smirk and his air of superiority, seemed to take great pleasure in making me feel like an inconvenience, like a pesky little fly buzzing around his well-manicured head. The housekeepers, with their early morning knocks and their incessant chatter, made me feel like I was living in a fishbowl, with everyone staring at me, judging me, and wondering what I was doing in this supposedly upscale establishment. And don't even get me started on the food. The buffet, with its limited options and its mediocre quality, was like a cruel joke, a personal affront to my refined palate. The breakfast, with its congealed eggs and its stale pastries, was like a sad, pathetic excuse for a meal, a sorry substitute for the culinary masterpieces I'd been promised. And the dinner, with its overcooked meat and its under-seasoned vegetables, was like a gastronomic nightmare, a never-ending horror show that I couldn't wake up from. But, what really took the cake was the so-called resort's refusal to refund my money when I had to cancel my trip due to unforeseen circumstances. It was like they were holding me hostage, like they had me in a chokehold and were refusing to let go. The sheer audacity, the unmitigated gall, it was like they thought they could just take my money and run, leaving me high and dry, like a shipwrecked sailor on a deserted island. As I looked around at the other guests, I saw the same disappointment, the same disillusionment, the same sense of betrayal etched on their faces. We were all victims of false promises, victims of misrepresentation, victims of a system that seemed designed to take advantage of our trust. So, here I am, writing this review, as a warning to others, as a beacon of hope in a sea of despair. Don't be fooled, dear traveler, don't be swayed by the pretty pictures and the empty promises. Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt, is a wolf in sheep's clothing, a snake oil salesman, a charlatan of the worst kind. What do you think, dear reader? Have you had a similar experience? Share your stories, share your thoughts, and let's expose these scoundrels for what they are. And to the management of Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt, I say this: shame on you for taking advantage of unsuspecting travelers, shame on you for your arrogance, and shame on you for your incompetence. You may have fooled some people, but you won't fool me, and you won't fool the people who read this review. So, dear reader, beware of the wolves in sheep's clothing, beware of the false promises, and beware of Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt. The dark truth about businesses near Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt. If you think Zermatt is just about perfect snow, chocolate box chalets, and cozy alpine charm, think again. Because the businesses near Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa? They're a masterclass in disappointment. Let's start with the hotels, because nothing says luxury escape like being treated like an inconvenience. The Mont Cervin Palace has all the warmth of a glacier. Guests arrive expecting 5-star service, only to find staff who seem personally offended by their existence. One traveler, injured and unable to stay, begged for understanding, only to be met with silence. Another found themselves exiled to a different, noisier building, next to an engine room that roared through the night. And if you dare visit the spa, expect broken promises, locked doors, and managers who couldn't care less. Then there's backstage hotel vernissage, where the only show is the front desk's performance and incompetence. Guests have been dumped at the wrong building, left freezing outside with no help, and even given windowless rooms. And their spa? If you're lucky enough to get an appointment, prepare for rushed massages and therapists who seem to hate their jobs as much as you'll hate your experience. Dining in this area is not for the faint of heart. After 7, a Michelin-starred restaurant should be a celebration. Instead, it's a culinary crime scene. Diners describe flavor so strong they feel assaulted, exploding glassware, and service so lazy you'll wonder if the staff are being paid in napkins. One couple was flat out refused their reservation, despite an empty table right in front of them. But the real tragedy? Restaurant Schafferstube, where rudeness is practically a side dish. Waitstaff mock guests in German, forget entire orders, and argue over bills like it's a hostage negotiation. One diner waited 47 minutes just to place an order, only for the food to arrive in mismatched, cold portions. And if you're thinking of renting skis from Intersport Glacier Sport, don't. The owner, Sebastian, has a reputation for aggressive upselling, refusing insurance claims, and charging guests more than retail price for damaged equipment. One skier was accused of lying about a breakage, only for the shop to later admit their insurance policy was misleading. Even the supposedly high-end Cervo Mountain Resort can't escape the curse. Power outages leave guests freezing for days, mice run wild through the buffet, and the spa is held together by loose screws, literally. One family paid 12,000 Swiss francs for the privilege of showering in ice water and watching rodents mate near their breakfast. So what's the verdict? The businesses near Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt are a parade of mediocrity, where luxury is just a word, service is a myth, and common sense went to die. If you stay here, pack patience, lower your expectations, and maybe bring a snack. Because in Zermatt's shadow, perfection is just a postcard fantasy. And if you still go? Well, don't say we didn't warn you. Script content. You know, around Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa, Zermatt, some shops, they not so nice, like, they try to trick tourists. It's sad, you know? Like, one souvenir shop, they charge double for magnets, say price is old when you try to pay. British family refused, and the shop even threatened them with police. Can you believe? Probably the family just left, feeling so upset. And the shop? Maybe got a fine, but who knows if they still do it. Then, ski rental places near Le Mirabeau. Oh, they swap good skis for bad ones when you're not looking. Tourists only find out when they return them, and suddenly, you broke our expensive skis, pay 200 francs. So mean, right? Those tourists probably felt so cheated. Maybe they complained. But what if no one believed them? The shop might still be there, doing same thing. And this one store, they take euros but give terrible exchange rate, like 30% worse. No sign, nothing. Tourists only notice when they compare receipts later. Ugh, how could they? Probably the store got fined, but how many people lost money before that? Also, some shops sell fake Swiss chocolate near Le Mirabeau Resort and Spa. Wrapped nice, but inside? Cheap stuff from who knows where. Tourists pay 5 times more, then taste it and oh no! So embarrassing. Maybe they threw it away, felt stupid. The shops just said oh, it's Swiss style, like, that's not even a real thing. Last one, sports store in Tafern, near Le Mirabeau, charging 120 francs to fix a ski pole tip. Normally 15 francs. They said, oh, tourist price. How is that fair? Probably the family paid, too scared to argue. And the store? Maybe got in trouble. Or maybe they still do it. It's just, why can't people be honest? Tourists come to relax, not to get tricked. And now they leave, thinking Zermatt is full of scams. So sad.